welcome back to another episode of your Bilingual Home Advice. Today, we will be talking about financials and taxes, which a lot of people hate talking about. And so today I brought Denisse Velazco with ASU Accounting Services Unlimited. And yeah, if you are questioning if she is my sister, she is totally my sister, which is a funny fact, because we have worked together for many years, and we actually still work together, sometimes. So it's funny, but so now she's my invitee here, and she's gonna explain how it works, doing financials, taxes, and all that. So, Denisse, how long you been working for ASU?
I've been here for 4 years now.
Okay, and what would you specialize on?
Right now, I specialize in payroll. I still have bookkeeping clients. I specialize in restaurants. That's how I started in doing bookkeeping for restaurants. So that's.
You want to should we tell our little background restaurant, stories?
Sure.
I mean, it's funny because, a lot of people does ask me, how is it, working with your sister? And it's actually kind of fun. I mean, we've been working together like 9-10 years, and we both started, well, of course you were longer, working for restaurant businesses before me. And
right,
so, yeah.
Right. So, we started as at a family-owned restaurant business here in Denham Springs. And then the way I met Tomas Fontes, the owner of ASU, was by we became his clients. And so he would come to the restaurant and see me working and, being the manager. And he would say, you're a hard worker. You want to come work for me? And it started just like a joke. And one day, God works in some funny ways. And he said, you ready? And I said, I'm ready. So I didn't know what I was getting myself into with Tomas. I just knew that he knew what I knew that he knew what he was doing because, he's been a business owner for a long time. ASU has been around for over 10 years now. And so I trusted him. So I went with my gut feeling, and I had to go to the main office. Our main office is in Metairie. Off the causeway, beautiful view. We don't get that here in Baton Rouge, but they have a very pretty view at the main office. So I would have to drive there to train, and I did that for a year before we opened the Baton Rouge office. And it was hard. It was a learning experience, but I have learned so much about businesses, different types of businesses, not just restaurants anymore. So now I know from the real estate perspective, that if you're self-employed, you need to have solid financials. Otherwise, it's very hard to prove to your lenders how you're making your money. And most importantly, well-prepared financials. You have to have a solid balance sheet to prove your assets and liabilities.
Yeah.
As a business, that's what they care for, to make sure that you are able to pay them back, of course. So that's what we do here at ASU.
Yeah, so that was a fun fact, after working for many years, together at a restaurant, it turned out to be a blessing because after we left, Denisse, moved towards the working for ASU, and I started my real estate career, and so it ended up being a blessing for all of us. And we still, we work together, because that's one of the reasons why I'm super excited about doing this podcast with my sister, because what I've seen nowadays with my clients that own a business is like it ends up being like an eye-opener, when it comes to providing to the lender and, the underwriters and all that, like moving forward with a loan once they want to purchase a house. They ask them for financials, and so it ends up being an eye-opener for them if they don't have someone doing the financials the right way, or just or their accounting at all, Mm-hmm. So that's why I brought you to kind of explain how it looks. How does that financial looks?
Well, it doesn't. It's more of how you structure it. Depending your industry. Like I'll give you an example for a restaurant. Let's go with a restaurant. you got to make sure that your cost of goods isn't super high, that your payroll isn't super high, because as a lender, they're going to look at everything. They're going to look at your balance sheet. Like I said, make sure that you have good assets versus the liabilities, but they're also going to look at the P&L to make sure that, because, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, that the business is profitable and that you're making money. And also one little side note, I think I've mentioned it before with Michelle's podcast, they're going to request 2 years. So if you just open your business, you have to prove, that you've been profitable for 2 years at the business.
Right. So that's, it's a whole package. You have to have good financials and, of course, your tax returns that, match the financials with it.
So one of the things that I've also seen with my clients is the difference of having payroll, and because we all know, or I don't know if you want to explain this, we all start with an LLC as business owners, right? But it's the way you structure it, right? That's
right. The way you file, there's I should say there's tricks, or we offer at ASU, we offer tax planning, and with the tax planning, according to your business, depending to your business, we say, well, you should go with a C, it's best for you to file as a C corp, or it's best for you to file as an S corp. I handle a lot of S corps myself because I'm the head of the payroll department. So, a good thing about being an S corp, or, filing as an S corp, is that when you put yourself as an owner on payroll, which that's required, that's a requirement by the IRS, you're paying yourself a salary, and while doing so, it's a benefit, because the payroll becomes an expense, and then the IRS sees that you're paying federal taxes as an employer and as an employee, which it's a benefit, because at the end of the year, you'll receive a W-2 from your own company, and then the IRS goes, okay, well, you've paid X amount of money to us, so we'll credit that and we'll use it in your favor. And also another thing is that payroll taxes are usually cheaper. It's a cheaper rate than paying self-income taxes at the end of the year. So that's one of the bigger, perks or bigger benefits of being an S corp. And so we do have a lot of S corps that we handle. And there's other things that if you call us, we can tell you more about.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard, so ASU offers many, many services, and as a matter of fact, I have tons of clients that are clients of ASU. I'm a client myself, because it's crazy, but even as a real estate agent, I mean,
yes,
just by being a self-employed, it's very important. And a lot of real estate agents don't even realize, how to manage their accounting or how to pay taxes at the end of the year. We do have a lot of realtors, that are clients of ASU, and
yes,
myself included, and it helps a lot. So if you want to mention, all the services technically because I know it's tons of services that ASU provides.
Absolutely. So as the name of the company, Accounting Services Unlimited, I like to say that we're an a la carte accounting service company, because we don't discriminate at all. We have companies that make $1 million, and we have companies that don't. So we offer licensing and permits for any type of business. We offer tax planning. We have our own enrolled tax IRS agent. We have a tax attorney, and we have our own payroll company, which that's me. So, as far as payroll goes, I think it's super cool that as a business owner, small business owner, instead of having to call the 1-800 number, wait hours to get something, from your payroll company, instead you just call me and say, hey, Denisse, or email me and say, I need this, I need that, and then boom, I send it to you without having to wait or, having to do. Now, we're very well structured, so when you do hire us for payroll, what you're doing as a business owner is that you're handling the liability to tax to file your payroll taxes on time. So, if I was a business owner, I wouldn't want to do my own payroll. because that's a pain in the behind, you know, because you have, at least here at the, you know, at the state of Louisiana, you have to file to the Louisiana Workforce Commission, to the Louisiana Department of Revenue, and of course you have to file the IRS. So it's 3 agencies, and you don't want to mess that up. You want to make sure that, you know, you cover your butt when it comes to filing taxes in any agency. And you know, you're playing with people. It's not playing. You know, you're working with people's wages, Social Security. So you got to make sure that as a
we don't want to play
owner,
with that. And I think that's why a lot of people kind of hates talking about, you know, this specific topic. But it's crazy. It is super important, you know, as a business owner, to talk about it. And at ASU, they have everything from like permits department, the bookkeeping, the taxes, an IRS enrolled agent, it's
tax attorney,
it's everything. And the fee is so cheap if you put it this way. I mean, I heard it starts at $200 a month. That's if you make the math, that's around like $7.50 like a day. That's minimum wage. If you compare it to like paying a normal CPA or having actually somebody in office, Yes. It's just per day.
It's a great investment because, again, I'm just picturing if I was a business owner, especially a restaurant. If I'm trying to run a restaurant and then try to do the accounting for the restaurant, that's a lot of time that you need to do it right. It's a lot of headache. So, yes, we do not charge by the hour. That's the cool thing about it. And
then you always have a bookkeeper assigned. So it's not like if you have any questions, it's not like you're going to have to, the hustle of like calling an 800 number. No, like you have an assigned bookkeeper, and you have a 504 or a 225 number that you can just call and,
Or you can email us. I mean, we're glued to our computers all the time. So, I always tell my clients, if I don't answer the phone, that means I'm either on the other line or glued to the computer, either way. So sometimes we do answer emails quicker than phone calls. Nowadays, with everything changing, especially after COVID, we learned that people can work from anywhere, but, you can contact people in so many ways nowadays. So it's easy, and we want to say that we try to be a paperless company, because when you do become a client of ASU, we asked that you assign us accountant access. That way we're able to just download the bank statements and then work the bookkeeping and reconcile and so on and so forth. So we're pretty easy going, and we are a large company.
How long
we don't seem like
how long
that big, yes.
How long has ASU been established? Like how many years?
I believe 10 years.
Okay.
10 years. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And so
10 or 15. Thomas is gonna fuss at me.
We need to have him Thomas come here to our podcast.
You need
he
to
would
interview.
love it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He would love it.
But it would be a long podcast.
It would be a long podcast, and yes, he has many, many stories.
That's also one of the super cool things that I like about ASU, because I've seen it with, all the clients that I have referred, and myself, like, you don't usually have the CEO meet up with you, and go over, all your needs. And then once you meet Thomas, it's like you start talking about your financial stuff, but you end up talking about life, or
and
like
he becomes your
traveling,
friend.
and next thing you know, he becomes your friend. He's so cool, and so that's not a common thing, but I think that's an awesome thing that
he's a crazy boss, but
that's
both.
one awesome thing that he does, because that makes the client feel super welcome,
comfortable. Yes,
and comfortable.
Yes, he does have that. He's a
and I think everyone at ASU is super welcoming. Like I said, you just if you have any questions, you just call a 504 number or the 225, and someone will definitely answer you and direct you to whomever you have to speak to.
Yeah, and even if you are looking just for a tax attorney or for just a licensing and permit for your business, like I said, we do offer that. And I want to say that the most important thing is that we don't charge by the hour. I don't want to say we're cheap, because I don't like that word, because, you know, we work hard and we don't offer cheap work either. Because, you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. But we put our, you know, our effort. We have QuickBooks that we use for our business. And every month we offer, you know, our services work like this. You hire us. We charge a flat monthly fee for bookkeeping, if that's what you're hiring us for, a flat monthly fee. And you're going to get monthly financials, a set of a balance sheet, profit and loss statement, profit and loss detail, and you're going to get, you know, any additional, depending on your business. You know, we go by the type of business, but, you know, you'll get a set of monthly financials, and that's important because you'll keep track of how your business is doing by the month. So.
Then I've also heard about bill pay. Yes, that was one of the new things, services that I heard about ASU, and I think that's pretty cool, especially if you're a busy, I don't know, landscape company, and you just don't have the time to invoice all your clients. You know, that's super
I'll tell
cool.
you, I like to say, and I like to show off who one of our clients is. Chef Nina Compton, she's the former winner of Top Chef. And they have 2 restaurants in New Orleans. We do everything for them. I do their payroll, and we do their bookkeeping. We do their bill pay. You know, they're super busy people. They don't have time to sit down and pay the bills, or do the bookkeeping. So they have everything with us. All the services that we offer, they have with us. They don't have to worry about when their liquor license has to be renewed, because guess what? We're on top of that. They don't have to do anything. All they have to focus on is run their business. And Chef Nina Compton, if you ever saw her on Top Chef, I mean, she's very, you know,
organized.
She's very strict. And that's so awesome. Yeah, her and Larry are very, very cool people. And if they get to watch this, I hope they give me a call.
You know, and it's crazy, but you can Google ASU. It's for real, like Flirty Girl. I remember seeing that because I love Flirty Girl, and it started as a small boutique, and now they have like how many locations?
So many. They even opened one at the New Orleans airport. I mean, Flirty Girl. There's a list. Like I said, we don't discriminate. We have from big companies.
That's cool. So
to
ASU keeps you in business.
Yes, that is our motto. That is Tomas's motto. ASU keeps you in business. So, and my motto for payroll is ASU Payroll, your easy payroll solution. So I just gave you a commercial. So.
That's great. Is there anything you want to add, you know, regarding ASU, their services, or?
I want to say that I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here today. I was not expecting to be so flowy with it, because I usually, you know, freak out a little bit.
I mean, it's crazy because
my accent kicks in really bad. So, and then we're bilingual at ASU too. So not only do you have your bilingual real estate agent, you have your bilingual bookkeepers, payroll company. So like I said, when I say we don't discriminate.
Even Tomas, it's crazy, but he speaks Spanish too.
Yes, he's totally your white Mexican. He's got blue eyes. He's bald-headed. You would never think he's Mexican. But,
See, now,
his mom
you're welcome, Tomas. Now people are going to reach out to you. They're going to be crazy to meet you.
Yes.
But he's married, guys.
So. Yeah, he's married to a very, very hot girl. Super hot. Helen is very hot. She would love to be here with you. You should have them both.
I know.
I bet you they'll give you a great podcast.
Yes.
Both of them. Because Helen used to work for Tomas. I mean, I'm telling you, they started from, you know, Tomas bought the company from his dad, from Mr. Tom. And so he made it grow a lot into where it's, you know, to where we are right now.
That's great.
And I'm really grateful for Tomas. You know, like I said, when we were moved from the restaurant business, this ended up being a blessing. I didn't know at first. I cried my eyes out, I remember. I was like, what did I get myself into? But this is great. I've learned so many things that I don't think
God
I can pay back.
works in mysterious ways. See, reason why I ended up also doing real estate. And it's crazy because, you know, this podcast, I'm so excited that it's getting to be like, you know, I bring people and it has everything in common. You start talking about real estate, but then the topic goes on and on and on. And I really hope that this teaches people not just about real estate, just about how to handle a business, at all. If you own one, a lot of people that are just self-contractor, and they don't even know how to start, how to file, but for sure, that sounds scary, talking about taxes, that's something scary. And so
a lot of people forget about it. We have of course, I'm not going to say her name, but we met her, and we've seen her grown through the restaurant business too. Yeah. And now she's doing great. She has a great, great company. And I remember when you brought her on board with ASU, she told me, Denisse, you know what? This tax topic freaks me out. Yeah. Fix it. I don't know what I'm doing. Just tell me what I need to give you, and just we'll go from there, because I don't know what I'm doing, and I just need to know and make sure that I'm not just working my butt off for nothing. And she is doing great. She's doing great, and you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, now I know. She's a friend of mine.
And so she's in
restaurant in San Francisco.
But she freaked out. And so yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, you guys better be thankful we didn't do this, in Spanish, because that's our first language. Y'all realize that? But
yes.
For all the Latino, clients out there, we love y'all. And
se habla español.
Se habla español en ASU y aquí en el real estate. So, si tiene alguna duda, quiere comprar casa y usted es dueño de su compañía y no sabe cómo, primero ASU y luego viene hacia mí. So.
Claro. We can say it in Spanish, like a little brief. En ASU hablamos español, somos bilingües, desde la preparación de impuestos hasta el bookkeeping y payroll. Si usted tiene alguna duda sobre nuestros servicios, estamos a la orden.
Pero solo es para negocios, ¿verdad? Sí quiero recalcar eso, porque mucha gente sí estoy segura les pregunta si hacen taxes personales y
Sí. Solamente si tienen un negocio, porque es nuestra especialidad. Tenemos un departamento de licencias y permisos, departamento de nómina. Tenemos tax attorneys, agentes de la IRS que trabajan para nosotros. Así que si tiene cualquier duda, no duden en llamarnos. Sayra, ¿cuál es tu número donde podemos llamarte? Mi número directo es 504-470-8001. And if you have a question in English, my direct line is 504-470-8001. The main office phone number is 504-838-7140. Y en español, 504-838-7140.
There you go. So that's ASU phone number, guys. If you guys have any questions regarding how to, do your bookkeeping, financials, tax questions, whatever. And so for myself, if you are ready to buy a house or you have a question about how to even start the process, of selling or buying, my phone number is 225-993-0998. And I'm Sayra Velazco. Thank you guys for watching or listening to us today.
Thank you.